So, brothers and sisters, now it's very important to understand verse 57 of Matthew 27, because it talks about the veil of temple, again, renting. Like I mentioned, that at this symbolization, we were allowed to approach the throne of grace directly without the need for any priest or the intercession of a priest, because we have Jesus Christ, our high priest, in the heavenly sanctuary, going through the investigative judgment, covering us by his blood by each case. So each case comes forward and he covers them accordingly by his blood. So this ends that sacrificial system, because in the old days it was only the high priest who was able to go into the most holy. So we know that Jesus Christ is now in the most holy from 1844, doing the investigative judgment. So this renting of the temple basically means that man can now approach the throne of grace without the need of a high priest. Okay, now we read 52, and the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went in the holy city and appeared unto many. So these, Ellen White says this, these were the first fruits. So they didn't rise until his resurrection on the third day. So when his resurrection came about, they also rose as the first fruits. Okay, so we are meant to give God our first fruits, 10%. But over here what we see is that Jesus Christ, being resurrected as a Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world, gives the Father the first fruits, and that these were they. And they were also to be the witness to other people that the resurrection was possible. We'll cover that in a different study with Steve when we look at the resurrection, and when we look at the state of the dead, when we do an in-depth study on that sort of pillar of faith. Now when the centurion, so 54, now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly this was the Son of God. And many women were there beholding from far off, which followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering unto him. Among them was Mary Magdalene, and Mary the mother of James and Jose, and the mother of Zebedee's children. And when the evening come, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged for the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body be delivered. And when Jesus had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and he laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the rock, and rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre, and departed. And there was Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sitting over against the sepulchre.